We've got a couple NBA games lined up for today. Let's lock in and break them down. Bucks versus Raptors. For this matchup, I'm taking the Toronto Raptors -4.5 spread. Milwaukee comes in at 5-2 after a solid win over the Pacers, but this is the second night of a back-to-back and that fatigue could catch up. There's also a chance key players like Giannis Antetokounmpo or Kevin Porter Jr. sit out for rest or injury management. Meanwhile, Toronto has won 2 straight over Cleveland and Memphis, and they'll look to make it 3 in a row at home. With travel and possible lineup changes working against Milwaukee, I'm rolling with the Raptors to cover. For the player prop, I like RJ Barrett, over 19.5 points. He's been a steady scoring option for Toronto and will be leaned on again against a Bucks defense that's gone over the total in 5 of their 7 games. With Milwaukee possibly missing some starters, Barrett should see more open looks and extra usage. Expect him to stay aggressive and continue his strong offensive rhythm. Magic versus Hawks. For this matchup, I'm taking the under 228 total points. Atlanta will be without Trae Young, and that changes everything for their offense. The Hawks struggled from deep in their last outing, shooting just 26% from 3 and committing 22 turnovers that led to 33 Cleveland points. Meanwhile, Orlando has started to look like the defensive force we saw last season, holding Washington under 100 points and dominating the glass. With both teams coming off road-heavy schedules and missing key playmakers, this one sets up for a slower, lower-scoring game. For the player prop, I like Paolo Banchero, over 23.5 points. He's hit the 20-point mark in 7 of 8 games and is fresh off a 28-point, 11-rebound night against Washington. With the Magic on the road again, Banchero should continue to be the focal point of the offense. Expect him to stay aggressive and carry Orlando's scoring load against an Atlanta defense that's still adjusting without its star guard. 76ers versus Bulls. For this matchup, I'm taking the Philadelphia 76ers moneyline. Both teams have surprised early at 5-1, but Philly's offensive balance gives them the edge. They've got 5 players averaging 17 plus points. Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre Jr., Quentin Grimes, and Joel Embiid all contributing to one of the league's most explosive starts. With rookie Jared McCain set to make his debut, that firepower only increases. Chicago's playing well, but the Sixers' depth and offensive rhythm should be too much to handle. For the player prop, I like Joel Embiid, over 19.5 points. He's been a consistent force even as the team spreads the scoring around, and Chicago's defense doesn't have an ideal matchup to slow him down. With Maxey and Edgecombe drawing perimeter attention, Embiid should find plenty of clean looks in the paint and at the line. Expect him to lead the scoring charge as Philly pushes for another statement win. Hornets versus Pelicans. For this matchup, I'm taking the New Orleans Pelicans to win. The Pelicans might be winless at 0-6, but this is a great opportunity to bounce back at home against a Charlotte defense that still allows over 121 points per game. New Orleans has been struggling offensively, shooting just 42% from the field, yet Charlotte's fast pace could work in their favor, especially if Zion Williamson gets going early. The Pelicans should use their size advantage on the boards and the home crowd energy to finally get in the win column. For the player prop, I like Zion Williamson, over 19.5 points. Zion shot 50% from the floor in his last outing and continues to be the focal point of the Pelicans' offense, averaging 20 points with solid rebounding numbers. Against a Hornets team that struggles defending inside, expect Zion to attack the paint and live at the rim. If New Orleans is going to get their first win, it'll start with him setting the tone physically. Suns versus Warriors. For this matchup, I'm taking Stephen Curry, over 4.5 made threes. Curry's been quiet from deep lately, hitting 4 triples in back-to-back games but still letting it fly with confidence. He's averaging 4.3 threes per game this season, and this matchup against Phoenix is exactly what he needs to get hot again. The Suns have allowed one of the highest opponent three-point percentages on the road, nearly 38%, and Curry's average 4.5 makes from deep in his last 4 home games versus Phoenix. After 2 tough road losses, expect him to come out firing in front of the home crowd. For the game pick, I like the over 233.5 total points. Both teams are top-heavy offensively and have hit the over in 5 of their last 7 games. The Suns' defense continues to give up perimeter looks. while Devin Booker and Royce O'Neal have been doing their part to keep Phoenix's offense rolling. This should be a high-paced, high-scoring battle with both stars showing out. Thunder vs Clippers. For this matchup, I'm taking the Oklahoma City Thunder -7.5 spread. OKC rolls into LA on a 7-game winning streak, backed by the league's top-rated defense and elite ball control. They're holding opponents to just 40 points in the paint and 35% from deep while turning defense into offense with over 24 points per game off turnovers. The Clippers, meanwhile, are still uncertain on Kawhi Leonard's status, which leaves James Harden to carry most of the scoring against one of the NBA's best perimeter defenses. With more depth, rest, and momentum, the Thunder should control this one from start to finish. For the player prop, I like Cason Wallace, over 9.5 points. Wallace has quietly become a steady scoring threat, hitting double figures in 2 straight and in 3 of his last 6 games. With Ajay Mitchell limited, Wallace continues to see more touches and open looks. His confidence from deep has also improved, making him a sneaky, reliable piece in OKC's balanced offense. Expect him to stay aggressive and cash in again tonight. That's it for today's matchups. Good luck on your picks, guys.